Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Damn it, they got me to buy in.
Oh, no.
They got me to buy in. I never buy into the basketball team. Mm-hmm. And they got me to buy in this year. They haven't been truly, really amazingly good since Jimmer Fredette, right, in 2011. And that season, they were Final Four caliber, but their big man was suspended for breaking
so they didn't make it
school
to the Final
rules.
Four.
No, they did not.
Okay.
No, they did not.
I was trying to remember.
They
who
did
was in
make the
Final
Sweet
Four.
16. They did not make the Final Four. 1981 with Danny Ainge. They made the Elite Eight. They have never made a final. They're the team that has made the most tournament appearances, 31 now, without making a Final Four.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So that
they
record
have
is
one,
intact. It's still counting.
It's still intact.
Okay, good.
They lost in the first round yesterday to Duquesne.
Okay, well, I mean, not the biggest upset of the day, though.
No, it actually wasn't the biggest upset. That's good.
That honor belongs
because
to...
misery loves company. I love the fact that Oakland, whoever that is, Oakland beat Kentucky. And Keith called it.
That's the only thing I have good on this bracket, by the way.
That's a 3 seed versus a 14.
Yeah, 3 seed loss. Yeah.
So does that mean your bracket is still good?
No. I want you to see how
trying
much
to figure out how that works.
I want you to see how much BYU has destroyed my bracket
mine
up
too.
here.
Yeah,
but I got 9 right, so 9 and 7, not good, but
okay.
Above 500.
Good. That's not bad.
No, and the Blaze company thing, I'm way down. So I don't even know. I think it's like I think the janitor lady is in first place or something.
Okay.
Comes in here. I'm not sure. Somebody.
The less you know about it,
yes,
the better it is for filling out a bracket. Unless you're just, your heart makes the choices. Like mine, I allowed myself to get carried away yesterday.
Yeah.
And I had BYU all the way to the championship game where they would have lost to Houston. So,
you actually had them lose?
Yeah, I did.
Pat.
Yeah. They had a hard time against Houston.
I thought you were a fan.
I know, right? I know. If I would have had them win, maybe they win in the first round yesterday. I don't know. Maybe not.
I think
man, they played badly.
But I mean,
oof.
Let's be honest. The team that I know the most about is BYU from just sitting in here.
Yeah.
That's my analysis for the whole bracket right there.
Yeah.
So, did you see that the Long Beach State, which by the way, their miracle run is over. Remember the 80
their miracle run is over.
They fire the coach, and then he gets him into the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And then the 80's like, yeah, I totally fired him just to inspire the team.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Got it.
And then they lost?
Yeah, they lost
to
big time to Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course they did. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arizona's good. And a member of the Big 12 next year. So that'll be fun. That'll be great.
Will it, though?
No, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, actually. It hurts. It hurts. Yeah, I'm smarting. It does. It's painful.
I thought
embarrassing.
I
It's just an embarrassing loss.
It.
Just an embarrassing loss. For whatever reason, they almost never perform well in the NCAA tournament. I don't know. I convinced myself this year was going to be different, but of course it was not.
Well, you know whose fault it was? It was jinxed by Dana Perino.
Oh, geez. Yeah, her bracket.
Look at this. Look at her tweet. She explains the formula here in her tweet.
Yeah, her formulas.
I used to use a formula, actually.
I was hoping it was based in some kind of, athletic endeavor.
My formula used to be count the number of states away from the college to the tournament site that they're playing in.
Oh.
And add the seed number. And
That's
then
as good as any, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But hers was revealing my March Madness bracket. Mascots out 2024 strategy. The lowest out-of-state tuition test.
What the heck?
Okay. Whichever school had the lower tuition in the matchups went through to the next round.
I mean, that's...
So her Final Four was BYU, McNeese State, Grand Canyon, and Texas Tech.
Any of them win?
And BYU could win it all.
Well, McNeese State
they couldn't.
is already out because that was painful. I had them in the Elite Eight.
I don't think Texas Tech has played yet, have they? They played today.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they played today.
No, they lost. I had them.
Oh, they lost?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Texas Tech lost to who?
NC State.
Oh, wow.
That's what I.
Oh, that's
Wolf
good.
Pack.
Did I have NC State? I think I picked NC
and
State.
Grand Canyon.
Because BYU beat them this year. On
the upper right.
Let me see, upper right. Houston, Texas A&M, James Madison, Duke. Yep, NC State over Texas Tech.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, how about that?
All right.
Although I did have Kentucky, so that area is, and I got Kentucky beating NC State.
So Dana Perino, though, I'd like to point out for the record, believed in your team more than you did.
More than I did.
More than
She
you
had them win it. Yeah, because of their out-of-state tuition.
I would like to point out that would be the same Dana Perino that when she was press secretary of the White House wasn't familiar with the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, man.
But still, light years better than what we have now.
Oh, that's for sure. No doubt about that. And speaking of brackets, we've had the first couple of rounds, or the first round.
Oh, yeah.
In the worst president of all time bracket.
Yeah, no big surprise. Woodrow Wilson ran away.
98-2.
Yeah, the audience has spoken. Mm-hmm. And then right now, FDR is beating Richard Nixon 89-11. And if you want to vote, it's at Keith Malinak.
That's fun.
On Twitter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun thing.
And that'll keep rolling on.
All right, so Republicans finally produced a bill, spending bill, at 2:30 in the morning. It was yesterday morning, right? It wasn't this morning.
It was Thursday morning.
Yeah, yesterday morning. Mike Lee is going through that spending bill right now. Mm-hmm. And I think he's pretty excited about it.
Well, why wouldn't you be? It's
why wouldn't you be?
$1.2 trillion.
Why wouldn't you be? Here's what he had to say.
My friend and colleague from the state of Washington, in objecting to this measure, a measure that would have allowed all members adequate time to review the bill and to vet it with constituents and debate it, discuss it, and amend it on the floor. She said that we have to get a move on. The government's been on autopilot, meaning under a continuing resolution, for too long. True. Absolutely true. But I find it stunning, the suggestion that she's saying it's now that time is of the essence. Now, we didn't have the bill yesterday or the day before, the day before, or the day before that when we were promised the bill. We didn't have it. We have it now. So she's identified the precise moment in history, the precise moment in 2024 when we can no longer move forward for another day. We've got to get a move on right now. They're the only ones who know this. She also says that it's bipartisan, that it's bicameral, that it is a carefully negotiated agreement. Well, that's great. The small handful of people who actually saw this bill and were involved in its final formulation, I'm sure we'll find that very comforting. But for the rest of us who didn't see it until 2:30 a.m. this morning, and for the 330 million Americans out there who will have to pay for this stuff, that's not adequate notice. That's not a carefully negotiated agreement. That is collusion among the few, affecting the many adversely.
Amen.
And I find this very, very disturbing that we couldn't give the American people and their elected representatives a few more days so that they can understand what's in there. Begs the question, what are they hiding?
Yeah, it's a good question.
That is.
And they've been
and what's the answer? What are they hiding?
Oh, gee. Okay, so Mike Lee just saw there, he pointed out that there is $850,000 from your taxes that Congress is expected to shell out for LGBT senior housing.
Oh my gosh.
We've got Thomas Massey pointing out $400,000 of taxpayer funding for an organization known as Briar Patch Youth Services. They give 13-year-old kids chest binders, tuck equipment, and counseling without parental consent for questioning children between the ages of 12 and 18. This is what we have to rush through and make sure the government doesn't shut down tonight at midnight. And quite frankly, I hope it does. And I hope it never reopens. Gross. It's just abysmal. And Speaker Johnson he's fine with it. He likes this bill. Okay, cool. Well, I thought we got rid of McCarthy.
Wow.
Guess not.
Yeah, we didn't though.
We did not.
And he's a Ukraine guy too.
Who? Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all Ukraine guys.
I started reading it. I started going through the bill. It's like 1,012 pages or whatever.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure.
So you've been reading it for us.
I'm not sure what my PDF page count is, but they reported that it's 1,012. I am under 1,000 pages.
Are you? How much under?
How much you get done?
Well, I'm through 19 pages.
19.
19 pages.
Hold on. Okay. Like 1-9.
So you have just over
Right there.
970
I had to stop
pages.
after I saw so many of those clawbacks and freezing and pausing. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
So
but it's eminent that we vote on this and get this passed right now.
Yeah, right now.
Do you feel
It's
prepared?
got to happen right this
now.
minute.
Do you feel prepared to vote for it? Because we're going to need your vote, Congressman Fisher, before
I am
midnight.
prepared to vote.
Okay,
I
yay
am
or
prepared
nay?
to
What can I
vote.
put you down for?
Nay.
So in the first 19 pages, did you notice anything? Did anything stand out to you?
Everything was military stuff, and at the end of at each end of each paragraph or each part of the bill, they talk about the funding going to the military retirement fund, and I thought, why? I mean, is that money gone? Did we use that for something else?
Yeah.
Why are we?
I think I saw a quote from Chip Roy that said something like, if this bill passes with Republican support, which it would have to get through the House, right? Chip Roy said that Republicans should feel pain from this. And he's right. They
Well, we're all gonna
absolutely
feel
should.
pain.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
We don't make them feel enough pain.
No,
we don't.
You know, we don't ever. We don't make them feel it, and so they continue to do whatever they want. And if we made them feel pain, like, I don't know, stop voting for them. How about the pain of kicking them out of office?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
From time to time would be great. Instead of these guys being in office for 20, 30, 40 stinking years, they know they're not going to feel any pain. That's the problem. They're not going to have to answer for any of it.
Doesn't mean anything to them.
Nope, it doesn't.
No.
Which is why there needs to be term limits, and there needs to be a change where they don't go to Washington, D.C. and are subject only to lobbyists and each other. They need to be in their district, and that's where they need to legislate from.
I can't remember the year. It may have been the Tea Party year, actually. If what would that have been? 2010, right, was the first election. So I think it was the 2010. With all the talk of we've got to get conservatives in there, we got to get small government types, with all of that talk happening, I think the stat was Republicans still, entrenched Republicans, incumbent Republicans, still won their primaries against Tea Party challengers like 85% of the time. So even in the primary, even though we're out here screaming at the top of our lungs, we're still in mass voting for the incumbents. It's maddening.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating.
Yes, it is.
It's really frustrating.
What's good, though, is if it passes, the government won't shut down. And, you know, of course, 2 or 3, I don't know, people will be locked out of their office, I guess. It's good till September 30th if they pass it. So
1.2 trillion. That gets good until September 30th.
6 months. So
when we go through this all over again. My gosh.
Insane world.
It is. It is. And they'll be screaming at the top of their lungs about anybody who doesn't vote for it immediately is shutting down the government. That's what happens every time.
Their scream.
That's the big threat. Oh, well, so the government shut down. So?
And
so what?
Yeah.
It's almost nothing shuts down.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Everything essential happens. Everything. You know, obviously, national security continues to happen. Social Security and Medicare payments continue to happen. All of that stuff that's mandatory happens anyway. But what they'll do is scare you that you're not going to have any of that.
So
Government will go dark.
let me ask you guys something. If the government goes dark tonight at midnight, right?
We're Haiti by tomorrow.
We're Haiti by tomorrow. Well, hold on a second. Our federal government was still in operation yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
When this happened at the border of El Paso with the Texas National Guard trying to hold back
My gosh, yeah, this is crazy.
illegals that were supposed to be out of the country. Because
Why are these men not armed?
Look at them. They just run over them. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of people for what? How many agents there, baby? 10?
But this is the Texas
push 'em
National
aside.
Guard.
Boom.
I mean, the federal government isn't even doing this.
Golly, man.
So I ask, with your federal government not being shut down when this is happening, what's the difference than when it is? Because that was Texas trying to hold them back.
Golly, that's incredible. That's just really incredible. It's getting worse and worse and worse, and they're getting more and more bold. They've been emboldened to the point now where they just believe they're entitled to it all. They're like the guy yesterday was telling us they're going to start invading the homes of people who aren't living there right at the moment. They're just going to take them over and start squatting in these homes.
There's a number of people in this country I feel would be opposed to that.
Really?
Yeah. They'd be opposed
the
to
haters.
That.
Yeah, sure, the haters, the racists, the xenophobes.
I feel like that's it's not going to end well.
Thankfully there were no whips in that video that we just showed, because that would have been inhumane.
Oh, right.
To do that.
Right.
Well, they didn't even really get in, right? They went to the inside wall.
Yeah, I think that stopped them. Yeah.
Oh, good.
But see, they were in the process of being sent back to where they came.
Got it.
They're like, no.
They're not having it.
We're not going back.
We came all this way, and your country is ours.
Yeah, that's what they think. That is the attitude.
Yes, it is.
And we have an administration and a federal government right now that says you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it has the same attitude.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Yep. That's enraging.
It sure is.
So again,
It's enraging.
if the federal government shuts down tonight at midnight, what would change?
Yeah.
Change.
Nothing. It'd be great, though, if anytime you need medication, you got it, right? If you're in a hurry or if there's a shortage, or what do you do? Well, if you're prepared with the Jace case, you're fine. You got a series of 5 antibiotics that you have at your disposal. Plus, there's a lot of add-ons. You can get ivermectin in this. You can get a whole bunch of different kinds of add-ons. It can be personalized to your specifications, and you just got it on hand, and you're prepared for anything. I was just reading an article about what a prepper Glenn is, and it was from I think it was like from 2013 or 14, and I'm like, I wonder if people would be reading that now and thinking that's a bad thing.
No kidding.
I wonder if you should be prepared for any eventuality, like drug shortages.
Yeah. If you say that this country would turn into Haiti if the government were to shut down, you may need the Jace case.
You might need the Jace case. Yeah, go to jacemedical.com. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout. You'll get a discount on your entire order. That's promo code PAT at JASE, jacemedical.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
President Joe Biden announced another round of student loan debt forgiveness.
Good.
Get out of
You believe this? Over and over and over.
It's enraging.
Was it at least 10 or 12 billion?
Well, no, it was only 5.8 billion.
I mean, that's nothing.
5.8 billion.
That's
That's nothing.
no one.
It's nothing. Well, it's 78,000 public sector workers.
Come on, man.
It's an additional 380,000 borrowers who may be eligible for debt relief within the next 1 or 2 years.
Are these the same workers that haven't been paying anything anyway since the pandemic?
Probably, yeah.
Because they were told that they didn't have to pay, right?
Yes.
And so now they're coming around where it's time that they're going to have to start paying again, and he's going to go ahead and just pay it off.
Yeah,
that's special.
That's nice of him.
It is
nice of him.
As long as you remain a dependent federal worker. That was the strings attached to this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. Or public sector. Yeah. Government worker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, everything's going really well right now.
It is. And did you guys see the? You talk about being a prepper. What was the deal? Did we have a follow-up? Did y'all see that all the DMVs nationwide went down yesterday?
Yeah.
It's a nationwide outage. Boy, I'm sure that was just coincidence, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Had nothing to do.
I'm sure everything's fine. No.
Do we know what caused
I mean, the
that? Just
DMVs
kinda-
are a nightmare anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So that had to be fun for the people who were
But
there.
why is Virginia and Illinois and I forgot the other states, so
connected?
many states? Yeah, why are there DMVs on the same system?
Well, because
the individual states.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that has to do with Homeland Security, right? So that they have
DMV
it.
should just be a state.
I
North
know, 'cause
Carolina.
They want access to all the information for the authorities.
Boy, that
What do we-
that tipped their hand, didn't it? Mm-hmm. But seriously, I want to know who hacked them. Because y'all, you terrorists, man, you ransom people. Please be cool. We got enough issues at the DMV. Don't go screwing that even more.
Yeah, it's really not nice.
No, it's not.
It's really not. It's an inconvenience for us, and we'd appreciate it if you just wouldn't.
I've seriously,
Okay, please just don't.
I had to take 3 separate trips to the local county tax office over a small little issue. Their system wasn't hacked. I don't need that extra burden. We've got enough issues when we try to deal with the government.
Mm-hmm.
Please stop. Please go
Some would
somewhere
say
else.
maybe you just pay your taxes.
Some would say he has no idea what he's talking about.
No idea.
He has
He just
no
throws crap out there.
idea.
Sees what sticks to the wall.
That's good.
Here's a weird tweet, too, the other
What
day.
do you know, Jeffy? What do you know?
From about electricity during the upcoming solar eclipse, which is coming up
gosh.
on April 8th.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Did you know that they expect 1 million people to descend upon
Yes, it's
Dallas
horrible.
Fort Worth?
Yes. Where?
1 million people.
They don't fit here.
We already have 8.1 million. Now we're going to get another million in one day?
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Well, and
Won't
then-
that be fun?
I mean, yeah, if you're crossing illegally right now, you better hurry up and get up here before
Better
April
hurry.
8th.
Yeah.
Well, plenty of counties have already issued emergency declarations.
The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, known as ERCOT,
Yeah, there they are.
says the solar eclipse will affect solar production in Texas between 12:10 and 3:10 p.m. Central Time, while the eclipse passes over the state from the southwest to the northeast.
This happens on April 8th.
So
Yeah,
wait a
April
minute. They're already making excuses for, I'm sorry, we know we're ERCOT and we know we suck. We're going to suck even more on April 8th. Here's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. And it's because of the eclipse.
Sure.
I guess we're in the path of totality.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody's coming here because this is,
Correct.
so let's hope it doesn't rain that day.
Oh my gosh. So help me.
How much would that suck?
So help me. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I think the
awesome.
maximum
Awesome.
darkness is going to be
People would be
4
so mad.
minutes.
But I think, 4 or 5
People would be
minutes.
so angry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you spend a bunch of money to come to Dallas, stay here, eat here, fly here, whatever, and then it's raining that day, you don't even see it.
Because you know what else happens on that day, April 8th, is the devil comet is supposed to be visible.
What is that?
So
I'm not aware of
it's
these
set
devil
to
comets.
pass the Earth, and it's visible during the solar eclipse.
Really?
It's officially named Comet 12P Pons Brooks.
Man, that's catchy. That's catchy.
That's why they went with the devil comet.
Why is it called the devil
Because
comet?
it's got the horns.
Got the horns.
Got the
I
horns.
see now.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Looks like a
It's
stingray.
the
Look at that.
cryovolcanic comet, and it's because of the 2 horns. It's made of gas and ice, and the explosions come up with the horns.
And so where do we
So we
look?
get to see that.
Do you know which sky, which
cool.
direction? Or?
You know, the same sky we all look at up. It's
the one that's
sky
up?
do we look at?
It's the one that's up.
I
you're
don't know
saying.
what sky
Okay.
do we look
so
at.
Jeffy says, look up
So
at
you know
that
what?
sky. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Helpful as always.
he's an amateur astronomer. So when you say things like, which sky do we look at, you would expect to hear the northwestern sky.
Right, yeah, he
But
has no idea.
No, he didn't
No
disappoint. He did
idea.
not disappoint with that
It's
answer.
the one that's up. That's the one
What are
we're
we
all
even talking about?
So do we never mind. I'm not asking you. Google which direction is the devil comet.
So it's happening during the eclipse?
Yeah, April. You'll be able to see it.
That feels
you'll be
very
able to see it.
apocalyptic.
I was
Does-
just
doesn't
gonna
it?
say, I'm like,
Signs and wonders in the heavens?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a comet.
Yeah, I know.
that looks
Just
like the
a comet.
devil.
That's weird. That's weird. We do have a lot of things going on right now,
Yes, we do.
don't we?
Yes, we do.
It could be taken as signs.
Yes, we do.
So,
like an 11 seed
we
losing in the
do.
first round.
like an 11 seed,
or winning in the first round.
over a 6 seed,
14
first
seed
round.
beating a 3 seed.
Yep. Signs of the apocalypse.
Just so you know, you'll want to look to the. I think it's saying the southern sky.
Okay.
On April 8th.
Yeah, just again, look up.
Well, it would make sense if Texas is south of where you are now. Yeah, look toward the southern sky. That's where it's happening.
No.
Now coming up Monday.
Isn't that how that works? Huh.
Yes,
coming up,
it does.
I thought so. Yeah.
We have a lunar eclipse that's going to be.
Wait, this Monday? Like
this
3 days?
Monday. Yeah, we have a lunar eclipse.
All right,
and
what's
that
happening?
should be,
More signs.
Okay,
This is over.
Come on. It's done.
Come
We're all
on.
gonna die, aren't we?
Yes, something's up.
We got Easter coming up a week from Sunday.
And isn't Glenn said like they're supposed to sacrifice the yellow?
Yeah, they
or
built
red,
the thing.
Yeah,
The red heifers.
The red
They
heifers
built
on
sacrifice.
What?
They built the ramp to it for it.
They're
Oh, yeah.
sacrificing an animal?
Yeah. In Israel.
In the Temple
the
of the
red
Mount.
heifer.
Temple of the Mount on Easter Sunday.
Hey, somebody was born about 2,000 years ago. You might want to tell them the need for sacrifice is over.
All right, we got it.
Really?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive on
So
that.
the lamb already came.
But
the
the
lamb
heifer
came
is
and was
red.
slain.
The lamb came.
It was slain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the red heifer that they're sacrificing on
Don't need to.
You don't need
Don't
to.
need to.
No
Okay.
wonder the Muslims doing
Let
this.
them live.
Because the Muslims are the one doing this.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do we have a flood or a fire or something we can
Well, it
mix
can't
into
be a
this
flood.
discussion?
Remember, can be a flood.
Well, it
'Cause-
flooded yesterday. Man, it rained like crazy yesterday afternoon here. So,
I mean, it
yes,
could still
we got all
flood. It
kinds
just
of things
can't be a
going on.
global flood.
There you go.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right.
Okay, so he's not only an amateur astronomer, but he's also a biblical scholar.
Absolutely.
Jeff Fisher, ladies and gentlemen.
But you knew that part.
He wears many
obvious.
He reads the scriptures every morning on the way in.
What was
Right.
today's lesson on your biblical scriptures driving in?
Just being nice to everyone.
Really?
And, warming
Really?
the hearts.
Boy,
Yeah.
you're good at absorbing that lesson.
Being
Man.
nice to everyone.
It's like a regular day for
And
you.
thank you for setting the
Sharing
example for
your-
us.
That's what I'm here for.
great. Yeah,
what he's
that's
here
great.
for.
That's what I'm here for.
Really? Is that why?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
What do you?
He was wondering what you were here for. We love you.
I don't.
Ish.
I don't.
Love you, ish. We love you, ish.
Don't.
Don't.
All right. So, are we sure that the eclipse is going to happen with the climate change that's happening right now, with the global warming and stuff? It's still on. It hasn't changed that.
Not yet.
The rotation
I
of the
don't know.
planet is still the
I
same.
guess.
Okay.
There may have been a UN report because the UN report said the latest UN report said we're in dire straits, right? I mean, with
There's a hole in the sky where
Yeah.
a tree once was. Somebody's making money.
I mean, it was. I mean, we're in an imminent threat times, and climate change is going to kill us all
Yeah. Right.
Oh, cool. Well, that
if we
works
don't
out.
act now.
We thought we'd revisit the climate grift
Oh, yeah. This is.
over the years.
Somebody thinks they've captured the moment that Al Gore came up with his scheme to make billions off of climate change scare
we
tactics.
think this is where it hits him, right?
Yeah,
he gets that
because-
little light bulb above his head.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have time for this
Oh,
here.
it's not really? It's more than one?
Yeah, so we got to...
We'll wait until after the break.
because
then.
we really want to set this up because somebody's in front of Congress. Al Gore sits up in his chair, and you just see the light bulb go off his head. Real quick, I'm checking the long-range forecast here for the Dallas Metro. In case you're coming and you want to see the eclipse, I want to see what the weather is going to be here. Let's see here. Come on now. Stupid.
Metroplex weather.
Here we go.
Coming up in just a minute.
Sunny
for
and
you.
85 is what they're saying right now.
It's gonna
Sunny
be,
at
it's gonna be
85.
nice.
That's a pretty day.
That means
gonna be
it's going to be
beautiful.
pouring rain.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Snowing. It's going to be snowing that day.
It's going to be a beautiful night, and you won't have cell service to call anyone, so you'll be fine, and you won't have any power. So, oh well.
I know the ERCOT saying that it's going to affect electricity production.
And they're talking
How
about
much do they get
cell
off of
service. They're closing
solar?
schools. I mean, this is like Y2K
Yeah.
in
Closing
these
schools.
counties.
Jeez. Amazing. All right. So we will get to the moment of realization for Al Gore where he realized, hey, I can make billions off this. I can become a climate billionaire.
And he has.
We'll show you that coming up.
There's a hole in the sky where the tree once was. Somebody's making money.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. The deplorable Mr. Jackwagon tweets, do we know how many times Glenn voted for Woodrow Wilson in Keith's worst president poll?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think it was over 700 times. He would have been more, but he's up in Idaho right now, and I think he lost internet service. Patriot Beagles 2. The right will do nothing about the left and the out-of-control government. There's a basketball game on. And good point. That's a really good one.
I mean, that's fair, right? Fair. But Pat has more energy now to devote to saving the world now that BYU's been eliminated.
That's right.
Which I believe you said, right? Weren't we talking earlier and you'd said that that's one of the signs?
It's one of the signs
of the apocalypse.
Of the apocalypse.
BYU with an early exit.
Well, here we got the total eclipse. We got the lunar eclipse. You got the heifer being sacrificed. And BYU just lost to an 11 seed.
Yeah.
For no apparent reason.
What about the devil comet?
I mean...
I think we're there.
I know we've kind of covered this, but yesterday leading up to the game, I'm watching all the experts talk about the game, and every single BYU's going to handle Duquesne easily. This is not even a problem for them. It's like they're playing junior high school team. They're going to blow these guys away. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Duquesne must have heard that.
It must have heard it.
Yeah, and their coach, I learned yesterday, is trying to retire. Man, let the man go.
He is. Yeah. I know. There was more incentive for the underdog. We want our coach to stay here longer. Shut up. From Big Papi, in 2022 midterm elections, not a single incumbent senator lost their seat. We get what we deserve. The elected are a complete reflection of the population. We're a lost nation.
Yeah. That kind of sums it up nicely.
It does.
Down.
Good night now.
Bringing me down.
It does. Oh, man. You know, as we mentioned during the interview, it's kind of sad when Alex Jones is the most positive person in the room.
He's going to give us hope in that
he's
interview
give
on
us
Monday. You got to wait for that.
I mean, we've all changed, right? I mean,
we have.
We've all changed.
He definitely has.
Yeah, the bar has been moved for everyone, including Alex.
Yeah, it has. Yep. So, I mean, I had a direction I was going to take that I did not take because it just didn't fit.
Right.
You know, it wasn't the way to go with him because he's much different than the last time I interviewed him.
Right.
Which was, granted 20 years ago. So, of course, he's changed. So have we.
Yes, we have.
And we've said a million times, we're much less war hawkish than we were 20 years ago. I'm almost a dove at this point. Unless somebody attacks us, then, all right, let's put the hammer down. Otherwise, leave it alone.
And I would like to be able to say that we need to actually put the hammer down. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I personally feel that if we were attacked today, like, I don't know, millions of people coming into the country that some people call an invasion. That we would put
the haters call it that.
That we would put the hammer down and stop it. We're not doing that,
right?
We're not doing that with the illegals coming into the country, and I fear that we would not do that if we were actually, speaking of being attacked.
Right.
I just feel like we wouldn't do that in today's world, and that's wrong.
It is. Yeah. From Trisha Twist. It doesn't matter if you had term limits or if you want Congress to limit their time in Washington, D.C. The permanent state is working around the clock and making rules and making laws that affect the whole country.
You people are bringing me down. Why are we even reading this? What are we doing?
And from Jimmy Dimples. I wonder what the Spanish translation for "you picked the wrong house, fool" is. Yeah, I wonder. Because there will be some people who will not stand for it.
Exactly.
And I'm one of them. So don't come to my house because it won't turn out well. It won't turn out well for you. All right, we promised you the Al Gore clip where he seemingly makes the realization, hey, there's money to be had here.
Yeah, you don't want to just concentrate on Al sitting up and really taking notice. Pay attention to what the witness is saying there in front of the Senate.
Okay.
And what the guy is saying is that right now we're experiencing below normal temperatures. It's much cooler than it should be right now. And I don't know exactly when this is. It was obviously he was vice president, probably before he was vice president in the 80s. And so all of a sudden you see Al Gore. And so the point that the guy who made the video is trying to make is that he knows that the temperature's got to go up. It's really much cooler than average right now. So it's got to go up, right? And Al Gore's thinking, oh, cash cow, watch this.
Now, if you calculate what the temperature of the Earth ought to be from how much sunlight is being absorbed, equaling how much infrared radiation would be radiated to space, you find that the Earth's temperature, by this simple calculation, is too low.
I've got an idea!
A few moments later.
There is a 75% chance that the entire North Polar ice cap during some of the summer months could be completely ice-free within the next 5 to 7 years.
According to Dr. Maslowski,
the planet's on fire.
This is about our constituents and all of our lives. Iowa, Nebraska, broad swaths of the Midwest are drowning right now.
By 600,000 Hiroshima-class atomic bombs exploding every single day on the Earth. That's what's boiling the oceans.
What scientists are telling us now
let's
is
go
that
back.
the threat of an ice age
the oceans aren't boiling, by the way.
Creating these atmospheric rivers and the rain bombs and sucking the moisture out of the land and creating the drought.
If we are
polar
vortexes, the result could be hunger and death on a scale unprecedented in all of history.
And causing these waves of climate refugees predicted to reach 1 billion in this century.
That's incredible. 1 billion. He betrayed our country. He played on our fears.
Okay, so do you feel like what you have been saying all along has been validated?
Well, I certainly wish I had been wrong.
You were, bro.
You were, Al.
Oh, my gosh.
The worst.
They've all been wrong over and over and over. And then they continue to make the same predictions for the same reasons, causing the opposite problem. In the beginning, CO2 was going to cause a mini ice age. Then CO2 was going to cause global warming to the extent where we're going to burn up. Jeez, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like 65,000 Hiroshima bombs. That's what's
every day
are being
World Economic
exploded.
Forum. I mean, he just spews so much of that at those forums where nobody questions him. They just let him go.
Right. Okay, another 65,000 bombs from Hiroshima and Nagasaki going off every day.
I mean, the thing that
We'll get
sucks...
you some more money. Whack!
When you see those grifters like that, the thing that sucks, it's not that, okay, Al Gore has fooled tons of people and made billions of dollars. I mean, that's embarrassing in of itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
In of
Bless
itself.
his heart.
But the cost of everything in your life has gone up because of these grifters.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. You could sit here and list them, but just whatever comes to your mind right now is more expensive because of those a-holes right there.
Point.
Yep.
That's the problem. And then you have the federal government spending your tax dollars to fund all of this stuff, Build Back Better garbage, in addition
Well, that's
to
just another reason why everything is so
every
expensive.
product you buy, the way to heat your home, cool your home, service your air conditioner,
feed your family,
the car you're buying,
all of it.
The gas you put in your car, everything.
And the very stuff that cools your home. The air conditioning, what the air conditioning uses to cool has all changed and gotten more expensive. It was Freon, and now that's killing the planet, so it's got to be something else. And we got to redo everything we've ever done to make that happen and accommodate whatever new gas we have to use.
Right, Barack Obama's EPA snapped their fingers, and all of a sudden, it costs 7 to 10 times more to service your air conditioning unit when it breaks down in the middle of the hot summer. Everything is related to this 40 years of grift.
Yeah. And the climate-related insanity continues, too. This news was quietly revealed the other day, but the Biden administration has announced rules aimed at expanding electric vehicles. Okay, so the EV problem we know about.
Just when all the manufacturers and everything
it's all gone to crap.
Are downsizing.
Yep.
Yeah. So
we just had the story about Hertz, who wanted to buy 100,000 new vehicles that were all EVs, and I think they wound up at about 60,000. Well, they're selling them all now.
Yeah.
They're selling them all.
The market doesn't want your crappy EVs.
Nope.
The companies are losing billions of dollars on these crappy EVs. The market has spoken. And then all of a sudden, here comes the government.
They're still doing it.
This is insane.
Still doing it. So on Wednesday, Biden issued one of the most significant climate regulations in the nation's history.
Didn't hear much about this, did we?
Nope. A rule designed to ensure that the majority, still doing this, the majority of new passenger cars and light trucks sold in the U.S. are all electric or hybrids by 2032.
Yeah, they changed it, right? He's making it easier because it was 2030. So he's already backed off a couple years.
A full 2 years. Yeah. So the new tailpipe pollution limits from the EPA would transform the American automobile market. The rule increasingly limits the amount of pollution allowed from tailpipes over time so that by 2032, more than half the new cars sold in the U.S., more than half, would likely be zero-emission vehicles in order for car makers to meet the standards. Well, except you've got to have a market for that, and they don't. None of us want the EVs. Well, not none of us, but very few of us overall want these EVs because it's too inconvenient. And they don't work well enough.
And those who want it, go buy them. Stop forcing the
care.
rest of us to do this.
Right. But under the Clean Air Act, the agency can limit the pollution generated by the total number of cars sold each year. EPA officials could comply with the emissions caps by selling a mix of conventional gas-burning cars, hybrids, electric vehicles, or other types of vehicles, such as cars powered by hydrogen. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. The new regulation, which would not apply to sales of used automobiles or light trucks, would take effect starting with model year 2027. Okay, that's 3 years from now.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
You think the price of used cars is expensive now?
No,
just wait.
No kidding.
My gosh. They made it unaffordable to own a car, really.
Which is
for so many
the
people.
Plan is, right?
It is.
That's
yeah, because in Europe, they don't drive a bunch of cars. In Europe, they take public transportation or walk. In Europe, their cities are different than ours. In Europe,
they actually are.
They actually are, which is why they do the things they do, and we do the things we do.
That's why we're different.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's why we left.
And by the way, that's why we're better than them.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
We've proven that 1,000,000 times over.
Okay, so remember how earlier this week I found this story from, was it December, I think? I forget, and it said no chargers. Remember the Green New Deal pass? That passes, and it was going to put chargers all over the country. And I was like, hey, none have been built as of December.
500,000 new ones.
500,000 new ones, yeah. And so I'm just reading this here: $18 billion from your paycheck to install EV chargers across the country. So we do have an update. We're not at zero anymore. Okay, we're now all the way up to.
Is it almost like 400,000 of the 500,000?
Okay, so we have 400,000 are built.
What do you think?
It can't go over. It can't go
yeah,
over.
You don't want to overbid.
That's why I kept it at 400,000. Because I'm sure we're well on the way.
So 3 years ago, they passed
399,999.
Bob,
that's your final answer. Chris, you want to get on this? How many EV chargers?
If he goes under my 399,
he's going to go one, and then
$1.
$1. And congratulations to Chris Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. He is our winner because only 8,000 have been built
from that program. Because companies are putting them in.
I'm talking about from the government.
Yeah, because companies are putting them in.
$18 billion spent.
Oh my gosh!
And we've gotten 8 chargers so far.
Well, that's what we said. We talk about the government's efficiency all the time. They're so good. Man, they're good.
I wonder where that money's going. Probably, you know what? It's probably going to Zelensky. Check his bank account. This is a nightmare. This is unsalvageable at this point. I mean, it's Friday. Yay, happy sunshine.
Does it say how many are in the pipeline to be built? I mean, I know that as they said, 500,000 or whatever. But
it's 499,992 left to go.
And you're not allowed to say pipeline when you're talking about American energy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because that's obviously hate speech.
Okay. All right. As our nation and our culture sink deeper and deeper into the immoral quicksand, into the abyss, it's obvious that men have lost their way. We're not righteous. We're not courageous leaders that America needs. And we need to change that. There needs to be a willingness to sacrifice for the betterment of mankind and in the service of the kingdom. That realization inspired Jason Whitlock to create the Fearless Army and its annual roll call event. It's an all-day men's summit in Nashville, Tennessee. You did this last year, too, right?
Yeah.
Invites believers to fellowship together across our superficial differences and adopt the mindset and strategies that will allow us to conquer the demonic forces tearing apart this country. Jason is partnered with country music star John Rich for Roll Call 2.0 on Saturday, June 1st in Nashville, sponsored by our good friends at Preborn. Come and enjoy the great music, the food, the fellowship, and be transformed by the biblically inspired messages delivered by Jason and Glenn Beck and North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, Pastor E.W. Jackson, and lots more. As it says in Hebrews, godly men must come together and encourage each other toward love and good deeds. So go to fearlessarmyrollcall.com and reserve your spot right now. Hurry, the prices go up on this. Is that today? So you want to jump in and do this right now. fearlessarmyrollcall.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Also, don't forget we have the new promo code alert for new Blaze TV subscriptions. You can get $30 off. $30 off at blazetv.com when you use the promo code PATBingo30. So Pat Gray Bingo is back on Monday. This offer, though, is good through Wednesday, April 3rd at midnight. blazetv.com, promo code PATBingo30 for $30 off. All right? And here's a clip. By the way, we're doing the Alex Jones interview in its entirety on Monday. Here's a little preview of what happened there.
I don't like Putin, don't like what Russia's doing, but you don't go to their doorstep and start a fight. We've been told for 2 years, Ukraine's invincible, they're going to win. I know the government said we're blowing up Building 7 that had the CIA headquarters in it, and then later said they never said it. He ran the operation, and we even had deathbed confessions from the shooters. Woody Harrelson's dad basically admitted he did it. He was one of the shooters. I just think people should know that any media has an agenda.
Fascinating. I think you're going to love it.
It was fun.
Monday. It was fun. Monday in overtime. So go to blazetv.com, promo code PatBingo30, and you get $30 off your subscription. More Pat Gray Unleashed, including we'll do a Fat Five if you have one, Jeffy. That's all on the way, and so much more.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And, wow.
Good morning, Americans.
Yeah?
It's Friday.
Okay.
I mean, it was almost another sign.
Ooh, that was close. Right? Too many of them. I couldn't allow that to happen. Could not allow it. Speaking of signs and the end of times, you see that in Florida right now, leprosy is spreading like wildfire.
Making a comeback.
It's on the rise again in Florida.
I mean, look, when you have
leprosy,
open borders to the third world, you're going to have everything the third world brings with it.
Well, I just went to the chariot races in Fort Worth.
You did?
Yeah, they closed off part of the arena because several fans' faces fell off.
Oh, no.
Yeah, their face just fell off, and they're like, okay.
That was here,
We had some lepers that escaped the colony. Everybody go home.
That was here.
It was in Fort Worth.
When was this?
That was about 3 weeks ago. And I didn't think anything of it at the time.
You didn't bring it to the show?
Because leprosy is so common in this day and age. that I thought, again, another leper outbreak.
At least it wasn't my section.
Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it.
And so, just to recap, you were at the chariot races in Fort Worth.
Yes.
And you personally witnessed
people's faces fall off. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Are your headphones broken?
I mean,
just recapping for those just joining us.
Is there anything else?
No.
And,
don't tempt the universe,
actually, because
bro. I know.
We have huge measles outbreaking across the country as well. Right?
How many eradicated diseases are going to make a comeback this year?
I don't know. How often or how much longer is the border going to be wide open?
Well, at least until January 20th of next year.
So whatever can sneak through between now and then, that's your answer.
Before then, though, right?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God.
So we're too far.
Yeah, you think?
Too far.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. At what point are you an immigrant or a potential immigrant, and you're looking at America, and you're going,
nope, I'm staying.
Maybe we don't go there after all.
Hey, what's New Zealand like this time of year?
Anybody with a boat? Let's go to New Zealand instead.
I don't know. I
mean, and New Zealand's having their own issues as well. So I mean, I don't know where you go.
The Western world is on fire
by design.
Let's see. From Anthony Esch, we've got this tweet. Is it okay to use the term bloodbath to describe my bracket? No, because you're clearly talking about killing people.
Yeah.
Clearly. Well, is your name Donald Trump? Oh, okay. Well, then you got to go ahead.
Go ahead, Anthony.
You can go ahead and do it. Timothy Klein, that border breach clip reminds me of the scene in Blackout Down when our guys were overrun at the crash site. Yeah.
There it is. Look at that. Under control, America.
Yeah, everything's fine. The border is secure.
The problem is this guy in the back is the only one that I see that has a weapon. Yeah, that guy just passed right there. He had a weapon.
And of course, they're not going to have weapons.
Why is he holding it like that?
Yeah,
I don't know, but they should. They should be using it.
It's like
put a stop to it right now.
They're not going to.
I like this guy. Get the F back.
Yeah.
I couldn't find. Do we know what happened after this? Because that's a good point.
They sat him down and had lunch.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Good. They opened the gate and let him in.
Yeah, they probably did. I don't know what happened.
They're going to school in El Paso right now.
See what happens when you don't have professional gate guards?
Here we go.
See what happens when you don't have professional gate guards?
Okay.
The country's overrun.
I just
so
know.
Keep making fun of my gate guard duties. But look what happens when you send amateurs to try to...
Wow.
I've said that you were a great gate guard all along. I don't believe I've ever besmirched you.
You see how difficult it is to guard a gate?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. It's not as
really
easy as you
hard.
thought it was, mister.
So tell us, Chris, about the
I need
time.
to see ID.
Tell us about the time that your gate was overrun by 100 illegal immigrants.
0 out of 0.
Okay.
Well, that's what he's trying to say.
He kept it under control.
I kept it
under control.
Yeah, okay.
No Afghanis crossed my
He's not
gate.
Trying to say it. He is
I am saying it. And I got a medal, 2 medals out of it. So,
nice.
How many medals did you
2
get,
medals.
Operation Fury?
First of all, it's Operation Urgent Fury.
Thank
I'll
you.
have you know. And second, they give medals out like candy.
That's now. That's now. Oh, man. Okay. Okay.
Hold on.
I got a medal. I flew over the desert. I got a medal. Okay, thanks.
Which medals did you get, Chris?
That's what I was going to ask.
Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
So that's everyone got one of those?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Did you survive?
Okay.
Did you have them? Because if everybody got them, did you have them?
I wasn't a part of those. No, I didn't get those.
He was on the island of Spice. Which
I could buy them at some surplus store, I'll tell you that.
Back in my day, you had to kill a man with your bare hands in the cover of darkness.
Thank you. Thank
to
you.
get a medal.
All right. From Hee Haw the Viking, all those women and children, those destitute families that overwhelmed the Texas Guard. Oh, the humanity.
Yeah.
Such a great point.
Let's
see it again.
funny,
Watch the women and children.
Oh, yeah, look at the baby
the
carriage.
babies and the women.
That one mom's nursing trying to cross through. What is happening?
I mean, it gets worse every time we watch this.
I know. You see something different every time,
Yeah, and once you're focused on the families, you come to realize, all right, we should have just let them through immediately.
Yeah.
Look at these poor families.
Yeah. Now, if that video had been of, say, young military-aged men...
Well, yeah, you might be outraged.
Then I would be upset. I'd be concerned.
But because of the family nature of that video, you're like, oh, okay, well, why were you even in their way? Don't stand in their way. Let them in.
So much xenophobic hate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thank you for that, Keith. Holy smoke, 1776. All the DMVs went down yesterday because they were busy printing 15 million new IDs for all the undocumented migrants. And I might add,
possible.
The 15 million new ideas for all the undocumented migrants that came in last week. Because it's
that would not
many
surprise
more
me.
than 15 million. Let's see. Fat lump of goo tweets. We haven't used that expression in a while,
Yeah,
so
we don't
thank you
do
for
that.
bringing it up.
We don't do that.
Wait, there's an eclipse coming to the DFW area? Who let Jeffy out of his cage again?
What was so funny?
I don't know. I don't even know. I was laughing at your expression. That's what I was laughing at. And then I thought of a joke that I heard yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. We want to hear this joke.
No,
it was so good to stop the show in your mind.
I can't tell
Maybe
it.
we should hear this joke.
It was a little off color. I can't repeat it.
Okay.
It's told by a really bad person.
Oh, no. So, where's this cage, by the way? Like, where is it?
And from Pat's sarcastic sniff, I've always wanted to go to Dallas for 4 minutes of darkness. What a trip.
Okay, you know what,
That's
Smarty?
so good.
You could go to Missouri. You could go to Ohio.
Yeah.
If you'd prefer. Same thing in Buffalo. It's going to happen there, too.
Okay. Jeffrey's Nate. Did Alex Jones really change, or does water making the frogs gay not seem that bad anymore? It might be that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It might be that. That's a good point.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we need to at least consider it. All right, Jeffy's got a Fat Five for us.
Let's rock and roll
this morning, and it goes a little something like this.
Well, we can start off with cows. I mean, we talked about the heifer and the red hair. We start off with cow milk. Now could be the cure for diabetes.
What?
Researchers have genetically modified a brown cow in Brazil.
That's always
to produce human insulin in its milk, which makes a breakthrough in diabetes treatment research. The innovative achievement could lead to more accessible and affordable diabetes treatment. Mother Nature designed the mammary gland as a factory to make protein really, really efficiently. We can take advantage of that system to produce a protein that can help hundreds of millions of people. This was a professor in the Department of Animal Sciences at the University of Illinois. He was part of a study published in Biotechnology Journal, and I mean,
yes.
Hello.
Pat,
I usually wait for the swimsuit edition of Biotechnology Journal, but this year I got that particular episode.
How ready are you for the genetically modified cow's milk?
Well, they're going to use genetic engineering techniques to integrate a human DNA segment that produces pro-insulin in the cow's embryos.
So you just drink the milk, and then that'll help you produce insulin.
Then you can fly and beat up bad guys, apparently.
And they said that they originally thought that they were just going to produce pro-insulin and then create the insulin after that. But it made its own insulin as well.
Ooh. Interesting.
So it made the pro-insulin and the insulin. And so if she takes the cow basically processed it herself. So the scientist said the mammary gland is a magical thing.
Yeah, we've known that for a while.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you think about it now, the way he's talking about it, if it actually happens, like this is one cow, right? He said a cow produces 40 to 50 liters a day.
Of milk?
Right.
Okay.
And so the amount of insulin, especially for a typical unit of insulin, is like 0.0347 milligrams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if a gram is equivalent to 28,818 units of insulin.
You put the 18-minute with the 30-minute.
You can do your own math.
Pretty soon you got 30 minutes.
18 minutes together.
We got it.
Together, you got 22 minutes. You minutes to add, you got 30 minutes.
So they're continuing to refine and reclone optimizing lactation processes. So, hey now, brown cow.
Okay.
Here we go. According to a new poll conducted by Harris X, over 1,000 adults in the U.S. participated in this poll, which was weighted by the following, gender, age, race, income, and regions. The movie theaters versus streaming platforms poll. And it's been revealed that only 34% of adults in the United States actually prefer to watch movies in the movie theaters. So
34%.
66% of U.S. adults would rather watch it
Well,
at
I
home.
mean, there's the convenience, you know.
Watch it at home.
It's just nice, especially with big screen TVs and movie theaters at home and all of that stuff.
I know.
Why go to the movie theater?
Good luck to the movie theaters. I mean, there's plenty of Hollywood elites that are,
Eventually it's going to go the way
of
the the DVDs and the videos that we used to get at Blockbuster.
Right.
I think that's going to happen.
There'll be a few theaters where you can charge your electric vehicle and go in and watch a movie.
Right.
And you'll be good to go.
Yep.
You'll be good to go. I remember Oliver Anthony, Rich Man North of Richmond. I mean, the song became a little bit of a hit. It's got 125 million views on YouTube and 168 million views on Spotify.
Similar
so far.
to Pat Gray's channel on YouTube.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, one day it'll get to those numbers, but not today.
So he's been touring the globe, and he's been in Scotland. And I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so he's in Scotland, and the crowd starts chanting. Well, you can listen.
Wow. Wow.
I know how I feel about it.
Wow.
I was torn. Now there's another.
And then y'all just wrote my next song.
Yeah, then he was kind of said, "Hey, you just came up with my next song."
That's a hit right there.
So then he's at another show where the audience starts chanting "F Joe Biden."
Wow.
And it was the big guy word.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
I don't. I mean, it's another country.
I mean, this is the man that claims he's restored respect
around the world
to the United States and the office of the presidency all over the world. Really?
Yeah.
When did they ever chant any of that kind of stuff about Donald Trump?
I would just like to point out that when that fact comes up, I think of the British Parliament.
Oh, right.
Censuring him, right?
For the first time ever.
What was it?
In American history.
France recalling their ambassador first time ever.
Oh, that's right.
And Australia doing the same because we stood in the way of some deal that they were doing.
Yeah.
Three Western allies? Wow. Way to restore it.
And now you've got Israel, who's probably going to be in the same situation because we're hammering them so hard.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
I know.
He's done a great job.
One of my favorite lines from Oliver, though, in the video where they were chanting "F Joe Biden," y'all are too old for him.
Jeffy, do you have in your story that he's going to be in Dallas April 4? Oliver Anthony.
Okay. Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's going to be at Billy Bob's. $12 a ticket. So get him.
Reasonable.
Are you working for him now?
Billy Bob's. Is that Billy Bob Thornton's place?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Classic Fort Worth.
Yeah, it's been around there for a long time now.
Yeah, it's down there by where you saw the
by the Chariot.
Yeah, by the Chariot. It's literally
arena.
next door. Next door to the arena. Yes.
I do have, though, that your boy Jeff Lynne from ELO is doing his final tour, the Over and Out tour, and that's going to be touring in the U.S.
I love Jeff Lynne.
Yeah, I know.
He's a genius.
I don't disagree with that.
ELO was one of the greatest bands of all time. They don't have their due respect either.
I don't think they do. Yeah. I really don't, because there's several ELO songs that they hold up forever.
Is ELO in the Rock Hall of Fame?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I would guess yes.
You would think so. I mean,
I
they
would
sure
guess
should
yes
be.
to that.
Up in 2017,
Yeah.
4 key members of ELO were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
We almost found a new crusade there.
Yeah, almost.
We thought we did.
We're right on the brink.
I know this episode of Chewing the Fat, which you can subscribe to on any platform that you prefer, available for free. This episode is brought to you on Pat Gray Unleashed today by Kelce Cookies.
Thank you.
Find out more about going to Kelce.com. Get your Winnie the Pooh Easter cookie box today.
We also have a March Madness cookie bracket. Which is kind of fun.
I don't push it. It's just a quick mention of Kelce.com.
I voted.
Okay.
I voted on all of them.
You've already voted, Chris?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Delicious new cookies, too, by the way. You got to check it out for spring. really, really good stuff.
Just to mention.
That's all I've done.
What did they pay for?
That's all I've done. All right, go ahead.
I saw the jalapeno cookie might come back because that was one of the votes.
It might, yeah, because people like it. People like it.
No,
Except
people
for
do
you.
not like that.
People love the jalapeno cookie.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what they also, I don't like it either, but I mean, a lot of people do like the savory, spicy kind of stuff.
It's delicious.
Yeah. The other one that does really well is the bacon cookie. The maple bacon, I think.
Yeah, that was okay.
That's really good.
That was okay.
I don't want to hear your that.
Worst of all.
Worst of all.
It was okay. Don't vote for that either.
Pull your sponsorship.
Right.
And we can't do a music story without mentioning your girl, Taylor Swift. She set a new record with the premiere of her Eras Tour concert film on Disney Plus. Had 4.6 million views on Disney Plus in the first 3 days of release.
All the girls in my family got together to watch the debut of that last
number one music film ever on the platform. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's talented. She's really smart, and she's good at marketing herself. Has there ever been anybody better than Taylor Swift at marketing? I don't think so. Either she's got genius advisors or she's got some genius marketing skills.
Were you able to sit down and watch it with all the girls?
I did watch a little, not that night, but my wife was telling me all about it, so we turned it on.
Yeah.
Kind of skimmed
I know.
through
I feel like I need to watch it just to watch it.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And, of course, we can't do a Taylor Swift story without doing a Travis Kelce
Did they break up or something? Something's going on. I don't know. I saw a headline.
Oh, is it? What's going on?
What do you know?
I thought it said something about a break or something. I don't know. All right. You do your story. I'll look this crap up.
Watch for the album then. The album's coming soon.
There you go.
They've been together. She's on tour. He's been with her now this whole season.
I'll look it up.
The story is that he is in talks to do a host of game show, the reboot of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader for Amazon Prime. Now,
he might be good at that. I don't know.
Is he smarter than a fifth grader? Well, I know he's an NFL player and all of that, but
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, the rumors were out there. Let me just cliff notes this for you. No,
they're not breaking up.
They haven't broken up.
That's what I thought.
Good.
She's still writing the album, bro.
Yeah, she's still writing the album.
Once it's done, she'll break up with him.
I don't know. This feels like love.
She's only accepted responsibility that I know of. She's been with virtually every living male except for me on this planet.
I want to be clear about something.
And she accepts responsibility, I think, for one of the breakups, right? Is that accurate or not? She regrets how she treated Taylor Lautner, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. One of the hunks from...
I just want to be clear about something.
Name of that? The series of vampire movies?
Yeah.
Twilight.
From
the Twilight series.
I'm not opposed to being on that list, but I'm not on that list.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
So there's two of us.
That's a little disappointing
There's
to
two
me.
of us.
So here's another headline that just in the last couple of days, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are testing living together during Eras tour break.
Oh,
and
they already
loving it.
Yeah, they already have.
Really?
She was living in his dump in Kansas City during the football season.
Oh yeah,
so
I bet
now
he has a dump.
It is. It's a little compared to what Taylor lives in.
Oh yeah,
that's like a trailer.
Yeah,
and so I'm sure they're living in squalor with Taylor Swift's place.
All right. When the time comes to buy or sell a home, you need somebody to get you through that process who really knows what they're doing. That's where Real Estate Agents I Trust come in. This is this is the company that Glenn started years ago, over a decade ago. And he did it because of his experience with a realtor that I think they knew it was a friend of somebody or whatever. And
yeah, it was.
So the house didn't get sold for years. And so it decreased in value just a bit from somewhere in the millions to $39.95. And you don't want that to happen to you, right? It's a really stressful process. Plus, you need really good advice like I'm getting from our realtor from Real Estate Agents I Trust to whether or not you should remodel a home. And, they'll help you make those decisions that are so critical because they know what buyers are looking for. All right, do I have to do everything, or can I just do this, or can I just replace the countertops?
My answer to that would be you don't have to do anything.
Don't have to do anything.
That's a sign.
Put it up for sale.
That's why I'm not
for
a part
sale
of Real
by
Estate
owner.
Agents I Trust.
That might not work out great. So go to realestateagentsitrust.com. Free service we provide to you just to set you up with a really great realtor. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Some tweets here. Oliver Klosoff tweets. I love how the left complains that Trump will be a dictator. And here's the Biden administration dictating what car companies can produce.
Yep.
Yeah, that, ignoring the Supreme Court. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Trying to take away
daily
our free speech by working with these, all of the social media platforms are being pressured by them. All right, we also have Don Walker here. There's no such thing as a zero-emission vehicle. Another lie. That's true.
Oh, what about the tailpipe?
EV emissions are produced at the electric power generation plant that's used to charge the batteries. They also had an interesting story about the EVs and what spews out of them when they're driving.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Those emissions need to be included in the analysis. Right. And, not to mention the materials that are mined to produce the batteries, the rare earth minerals and all of that stuff. Caffeinated Texan. I've had this lifelong stutter that I've dealt with.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Would you call it a stutter step?
Well, that happens too.
Oh, wow.
But it's something I've been dealing with forever, and it just manifested itself. You heard it right there.
I hate that for you.
Right there. Caffeinated Texan prediction. Chris Cruz will play a clip of Total Eclipse of the Heart before the end of the show. I just got a feeling. That's a really good feeling, because I don't know if it'll be Chris Cruz or Pat Gray who does it.
Because we already
Total
did.
Eclipse of the Heart. There it is.
We already listened to a big chunk of that.
Nothing I can do. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
2 more weeks.
Turn around, Bright Eyes.
That'll be.
Yeah, won't that be fun? That'll be in your head so solidly you'll never get it out.
So solid.
It's a classic song.
We only got 30 seconds. We wanted to show you this Bruce Springsteen returning to the stage looking... Do you know who Tilda Swinton is?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look at the picture of... okay, so there... Do we have the spring? Can we put the Springsteen up?
There's Springsteen. Yeah.
All right,
Max
there he is.
Weinberg back there.
Oh my gosh, that looks exactly like Tilda Swinton.
He looks
Look
good.
at that.
Look at
that.
good.
Look at that. That's fantastic.
It's a man, baby.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Thanks for being with us. One of the most frightening videos of the week, I think, is that border scene from yesterday.
Yep.
Just incredible how they just overwhelmed the National Guard and, man, just pushed them aside. Hundreds of illegals.
If you're an illegal alien and your goal is to get into this country come hell or high water, why would you not expect to just be able to barrel through? What has been demonstrated that you're going to be stopped?
That's a good point.
That's true. We've shown them that this is fine.
Yeah, this is
fine. There'll be no consequences to your actions here. It's fine. It's why that guy from Lebanon felt secure enough to say, "Yeah, I'm going to make a bomb. I'm going to New York to make a bomb." What? I mean, it sounded like one of those Disney World announcements after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, Ahmed, you just crossed the U.S. border illegally. What are you going to do now? I'm going to New York to make a bomb to kill Americans.
A dream.
And then, of course, the music plays.
Your heart
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
You're fast.
This will be a commercial that we'll be showing in the Middle East very soon. Is Ahmed's claim that he's going to New York to make a bomb. And we're celebrating it. We're fine with it. Don't worry about it.
Played the video of the Venezuelan guy talking about taking people's homes.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They're telling us what their intention is, and we're still not doing anything about it.
And I was reading something somewhere. I haven't seen a video, but apparently there's a guy online talking about how to get welfare in the United States once you cross in. I mean, we are
everyone is getting that, right? I mean, we're providing for the illegal aliens everything, and we're not giving it to the American citizens, and that cannot stand. It just cannot stand.
It's unsustainable.
I mean, it's certainly
a word
standing,
the left
but
loves
it
to use.
Mm-hmm. Unprecedented, unsustainable, un-American, any un you can think of.
And just as a side note, I know I have issues with word pronunciations and everything, but for the national broadcasters, mainstream media, radio, wherever you broadcast from, it's illegal.
Yeah.
If I hear
oh my gosh,
another reporter
undocumented
say illegal.
Oh, okay.
I'm with you on the undocumented. I'm okay with that too. Okay. But it's either way, it's illegal.
Right. Not illegal.
I hate that so much.
That's interesting. That's one of your pet peeves.
I cannot
That's
take
great.
it. It drives me insane.
Hold on, what do I say? Now you got me wondering what I say.
All those news reports. I listened to one yesterday. The guy said it like 3 times.
Along those lines, I was pissed off at a headline from the New York Post. I mean, it's a New York Post. They're not the Times. They're not the Washington Post. They're a fairly, reasonable.
I like the Post.
Somewhat conservative newspaper. Their headline was on this issue that we just saw the video of. Migrants break through the barriers, knock down border agents, and rush into the country. They're not migrants. Okay? Please don't give into this migrant BS. Migrant denotes legal.
Yes, it does.
Immigration. If you're a migrant, you came here legally. These are illegal aliens who don't respect or care about our country or its people. They don't care. They're in it for them, and I guess we're supposed to be okay with that, but I'm not.
Already fruit from the poison tree.
Yeah,
what we see is illegal.
Right. Not illegal?
Yeah,
it's illegal. Okay, good.
A good way to remember that is it makes you ill to see that footage.
I don't care what you use to remember it. Just remember it.
Just remember it.
Okay. All right, good. One of those that bothers me out of my mind lately is when people say the word to err. Instead of err.
Totally,
that's a fairly new thing.
Do they do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Because they're
it's
saying
a new thing,
it's an
right? They said
error?
it was okay, I think.
It sounds so stupid. The full word is error. Why would it? It's not error.
That's why I'm wondering, are they doing it on purpose?
They are. They're doing
That's
yes.
stupid.
I don't know if they're specifically trying to piss me off.
Okay. So let's just say,
keep doing
that's
it.
Exactly.
I want to do a hypothetical for you here.
All right.
How do you feel about people say that you're in close proximity with every day? Again, hypothetical here. That
Look, there's plenty of words I don't pronounce.
I'm not going with you. That pronounce the Silver State as Nevada. How's that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
Can you see that it causes like twitches in my body?
It's Nevada.
I hate that. It's Nevada.
It's Nevada.
It's Oregon, not Oregon.
Oh yeah, we're there together.
It's Colorado, not Colorado.
We just heard somebody calling it Oregon or something.
Oh yeah, we did.
Right? Yeah.
In overtime.
It's Oregon. Okay, it's Oregon. But if you're to continue this through its likely conclusion, a lot of residents in Missouri say Missouri, and there's no A in Missouri. I will not go with the residents of that state.
All right, good.
With what they say.
It is Missouri. It is Missouri.
It's Missouri.
Missouri, yeah. Actually, it's Mizzou, M-I-Z.
Okay, thank you for that.
Now, of course, my 98-year-old Nana refers to Chicago as Chicago.
Really?
Chicago?
I don't know if it's southern. It's a hurricane, not a hurricane.
Well, that's because
as long as we're on weird pronunciations that bother us. My mother-in-law, bless her heart, I mean, she was a saint, but she, for some reason, would call hiccups hiccups.
Hiccups. Got the hiccups.
Why do you say hiccups when it's
I guarantee it's because her grandmother called it hiccups.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's because her grandmother called it hiccups, and it's just something that she continued on forever.
Yeah, probably.
That's all it is.
And, of course, it bothers those of us with absolutely perfect diction.
Thank you.
And pronunciation of everything. So,
I mean, it should be illegal to say hiccups.
It should. You're right. All right. We also have some words from our fabulous vice president.
She's good.
Kamala Harris. And I think these are words that are going to inspire you. You just want to...
Well, anytime she speaks.
Yes, that's true. But these will, in particular, make you want to be a better person as she starts down the unburdened path.
Again?
Once again.
Just yesterday.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
A movement that has always been about the ability to see what can be unburdened by what has been.
Oh, my God.
So
make it stop, bro.
I'm really excited about her. I'm very excited about
Is this the Cory Booker thing?
We are showing that these were not just really good ideas. We are demonstrating that when we have leadership in the highest offices in the land, including in the White House, who believe in what we can do, and then when we push to make it so, it allows other people who perhaps before couldn't imagine it to now see how it works. And we are building then the movement in such a substantial way in terms of those who are coming into the rooms to be a part of what we know is in the best interest of obviously our country, but
Nobody
our
has
world.
no idea what she's babbling
She doesn't
about.
know. Nobody knows. It was just babbledy-gook.
I saw the open of this event with Cory Booker.
This is the LCV Capitol dinner deal. We don't
because he was on stage and they were doing a video from his phone, and then
I've
they
got a still
turned
shot
it,
of that.
Then they turned it to the audience, and everybody was all uncomfortable with those two being. It was like way too close to maybe Cory and Kamala taking care of a little bit.
Oh, you're saying that?
Really?
Is this what you're referring to?
Yeah, but the actual shot from his phone is there up close, and then he turns it to the audience, and they go crazy. But it's just a kind of a weird thing.
Huh. Well, he's a weird guy.
Yes, he is.
And she's weird as well.
Not.
Man, is she in love with that? What can
Oh
be
my gosh!
unburdened by what has been bullcrap?
And then
She thinks she stumbled on such genius there.
Yes, she does.
She does think that.
She does.
sounds smart when she says that.
Yeah, it's just like Biden's possibilities line.
Oh gosh,
with Xi.
A movement
Possibilities or history is watching.
Yeah, he loves that too. He does. All right, play one more time because she loves it. So let's love it with her.
has always been about the ability to see what can be unburdened, by what has been.
Okay, so she should stop right there and move on.
Yeah,
but she can't.
And it doesn't seem like the rest of what she said even fit into what she started with.
She can't, but she feels like she's got to continue
She has to say it
on
because it's so good, though.
Yeah.
I can't. It's just unbelievable. It's unreal.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No.
I mean, that's what her grandma told her, or her mother told her, right?
I think it was her dad.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. We've got an update from the Planet Fitness in Alaska.
Oh, good. Okay, what do we got going on there?
This Libs of TikTok post. I just received this image from Planet Fitness in Alaska. The man who was caught shaving in the women's bathroom is still entering women's private spaces.
It's a good look for him.
Oh my gosh, their value has plummeted $400 million now.
Wow, really?
As a company.
Good. They deserve it.
Oh, that was as of one day. It may even be more than that now.
Okay.
That was the beginning.
Well, this article is from yesterday.
And according to this post, though, Planet Fitness has stood by this guy.
Oh, yeah.
They're standing by it.
Yes, they are.
Their policies allow men to use women's locker rooms. If you complain, you might have your membership revoked.
If you don't like it, tough.
Wow.
Tough.
Yeah, it's your problem. If there's women in there or girls who are uncomfortable, sorry, that's well, we're not even sorry, frankly. That's your issue.
The one article I read showed a memo from them, which was several years old, that was pretty much saying, get over it.
I think it was 2014, wasn't it? I think
very well.
we read that.
Yeah, okay.
We read that the other day.
2014. Yeah, I don't know. Chris has got something. I have no idea what this is.
I do. This is a commercial by Planet Fitness. A long time ago. Go for it, Joe.
Oh wow.
Finish our tour with the locker rooms.
Men and women.
After you.
No, after you.
Okay.
That's kind of funny.
Oh.
Had a tickle in my throat.
Unreal.
This is a real commercial.
I don't know which one you're supposed to use. Dum 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 dum. Cool.
Not her planet.
It's weird.
Yours.
It's kind of weird. It's almost like an
commercial?
SNL bit.
It does.
What
It
in
is,
the
yeah.
world?
It's weird.
Oh, it's really weird. What are they trying to say there?
I have no idea.
So if you're listening, it's an individual who could go either way as far as
I can
gender
tell.
identity.
Yep.
You could tell. And then the guy's giving her the tour. And he's like, which locker room do I take you to? Well, it doesn't matter because it's Planet Fitness. So why does it care? Why does it matter which one he goes into?
And that was his confusion.
That was his confusion, yes.
And that's the whole point. What does it matter? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Am I right? Who's with me on that?
And if it does, get out.
Right. Yeah, we don't like you. You're a bigot. Wow. Also, we've got something from a typical pro-Hamas supporter. This should be fun.
You're over here appropriating a space for your own personality.
I'm a journalist.
You're not a journalist.
How do you decide who's a journalist?
I mean, considering I was fired as a journalist, you're no journalist.
Literally, would you rather be at your sick?
You're not doing this for like what the actual conversation is, which is getting rid of this country.
Getting rid of this country?
Getting rid of America, getting rid of the West. This is what this is for.
Oh.
You want to get rid of America?
Yes. Everyone here understands that at some level we need to get rid of America completely.
What should we do?
Decolonization, land back.
Where should we go, though?
In our communities. We need to go leave the capitals, leave the central capitals of commerce, of capital itself.
Nice mask, by the way. So your typical Hamas supporter, he says clearly that's what all this is about: the end of America, the end of capitalism, the end of the West.
He said the quiet part out loud. You're not supposed to say that part. You're just big Palestinian Hamas supporters. Don't say the other part of that, where you hate capitalism in America and the Western civilization.
Yeah, there's no plan.
The
only plan is just burn it down. I mean, just end it. Just stop everything. That's what
they want.
There's no other plan. Yeah.
That is what they want.
I know I'm a new American, but what does he mean by leaving the capital?
Yeah, I don't know.
How does that...
leave the capitals.
Yeah,
the central capitals.
And then capital of commerce?
All the capitals. Yeah, all the capital buildings. All the capitals for each state and the United States. Burn it down.
And then we're no longer America?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Weird.
Duh.
It's mental illness. That's the problem. These people are mentally ill.
I hate what's happening to our cities in America, but... if all of the mental individuals could just stay in one place, don't leave the capitals. You need to stay contained. Don't come out to the suburbs, y'all. I kind of like you being there, actually.
All right. I got to tell you about your liver because, your liver provides 500 key functions for you every single day. Are you aware of that? And according to the latest data from the American Heart Association, adults with fatty liver were 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without. You wouldn't put necessarily those two together. The American Liver Foundation says over 100 million Americans have fatty liver. So that means a lot of us are at risk here. We throw everything at our liver: cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, you name it, things that aren't good for it. That's why so many of us have that sluggish fatty liver that makes us gain weight, lose energy. For decades, your liver has been helping you out. Help it back now with the Liver Health Formula. It's an all-natural supplement, contains 11 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. You can try Liver Health Formula and get a free bottle of nano-powered omega-3 to help keep your heart healthy. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat. Getliverhelp.com/Pat. Claim your free bonus gift. Getliverhelp.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Almost a year after the trans-identifying woman entered that Nashville Christian school and murdered 3 children and 3 adults, a federal judge in Tennessee has finally ordered the FBI to release the shooter's manifesto.
Good. What are the odds they do it?
It's going to be tough. I haven't seen it happen yet, but they've been ordered to.
We've seen parts of it, right? Yeah. That made it very clear.
There were some issues there.
So let's see if this is the Biden federal government ignoring court order yet again.
3 pages so far, I guess, have been revealed.
Right.
And that showed the shooter saying things like, complaining about white privilege. Wasn't the shooter white? They were white.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this, kill those kids. Those crackers going to private fancy schools with those fancy khakis and sports backpacks with their daddy's Mustangs and convertibles. Okay, wow, that's bizarre.
DEI in action.
I wish to shoot you weak-ass D words. With your mop yellow hair, want to kill all you little white crackers.
Wow.
Bunch of little, and then uses the F word describing a homosexual person. With your white privilege. So you can imagine what a vile manifesto this is going to turn out to be. It's already pretty bad.
Yeah.
No wonder they don't want it out there. Because you don't want people knowing that, gosh, a trans person felt this way? The hate was coming from the trans person? That's not possible, is it?
No, because the hate is
They're all
against
wonderful
the
and
trans.
fabulous, and it's...
The trans people are the ones being discriminated against.
Right. So this goes against that narrative just
Yes.
a tad, and they don't want you to know about it. Phew. All right. Now, the laser situation, the direct energy weapons. You had a little article that was sent to us after we talked a little bit about this, and we also address it with Alex Jones. You'll be hearing that on Monday. But the U.S. Air Force has taken delivery of the first prototype airborne high-energy laser.
Yeah, this article from 3 years ago. So
it's already happened.
Yes.
That's what
they're
that's,
out there.
So what we're surmising is here. Is any of that?
So the direct energy weapon can be fired from this plane, right, and from a ship.
Yeah, look at that. I mean,
Interesting.
and that computer animation there. It's taking a plane or a drone out of the sky with a laser.
Wow.
And then
there's footage of the laser actually firing
from the plane.
We have that
or
no, firing from the ships.
From the ships. Okay, cool. I was not aware of that.
So Lockheed Martin confirmed that they completed factory acceptance testing for the AHEL, and then turned the weapon over to the Air Force.
So 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah. The laser will now be used. Will now need to be integrated together with the beam control system. After which ground testing will take place ahead of the installation. They've probably done all this already.
Which you've been doing.
They're doing on a neighborhood near you, allegedly. No, I don't know.
Where would you say those tests have been conducted? Like a remote place, like maybe Hawaii, perhaps, or I don't know. Maybe a little closer to home in the Texas Panhandle.
Okay. I mean, these are your. Where are you grabbing these locations, Pat?
I don't know. They're just random.
Just random places you're coming up with.
Yeah.
And if you saw Pat Gray Overtime earlier this week, maybe Idaho or California. But again, I mean, these are all hypotheticals that you're throwing out there.
They're just hypotheticals.
They're looking forward to it though because it's the original cost is expensive, but after that, you're good to go.
Oh yeah,
it's
pay
cheaper.
Upfront.
It's way cheaper to just fire.
So heavy upfront cost. But you save in the long run.
You save in the long run with just pushing the button and firing the laser. Oh, look, there's something we don't want.
What would you use these planes with lasers for? Any practical purpose that you could think of?
Oh, no, it's burn a neighborhood, according to you.
I didn't say that at all, weirdo. I didn't know if Pat was about to show us what you might use this for.
Oh, yeah, let's... here's a documentary that came out a few years ago.
Right, like 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
A lot of people have been sending me this documentary.
Take a look at this direct energy weapon and what it is capable of. Here it is. You tell me.
Okay, God. Let me have it.
There you go.
The A130. Oh, and here comes the direct energy weapon. And
30 years ago, we've had this technology, according to this documentary.
Oh, and here comes the laser. He's got a giant vat of unpopped popcorn there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I see.
And
how else are you going to warm this up? I mean, how else are you going to get the popcorn to come out of the foil ball there?
Right. Okay,
so again, this is old technology.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing new.
The technology we have today goes way beyond.
And I want to point out, Jeffy, it is being directed, as the documentary illustrates, into a neighborhood. Good stuff. This is from the documentary, what was it, Real Genius?
Wow. Now, pretty soon, you're going to see
What?
Something else happened as a result of this direct energy weapon. And the testing phase is over. They've done all this.
Hey, look at I mean, that's your military.
You're fired. Yes, the indicator shot. We've got another problem, though. It's no longer lasing efficiently. It's not shutting down.
Well, shut it down.
Yes.
Jerry, I want to know what the problem is. Shut it down. Shut the field down.
Oh, no. Gotta shut that down.
Wow. It made a lot of popcorn.
It sure did. How many kernels were in that
I could
foil
use some
ball?
popcorn. I'll tell you that.
Chris, Jeffy needs popcorn now. I've never seen this documentary.
You need to watch it.
It's only been 30
good one.
It's only been 30 years. I haven't seen it.
Oh, wow. Look how young he is in this.
They're all
Jeez.
Ken, you okay? That was great.
So, okay. It's serious.
It's been around for a while.
It's a serious problem, and it's been around for a while, and it's way beyond that stage now. So who knows what they'll do with this stuff?
Who knows?
I don't know.
What's next?
Would anything surprise you at this point? With where we are?
Absolutely nothing.
In civilization right now? Nothing would surprise me.
No.
So
there's plenty of things that you go, huh?
Huh? Really? Yeah, and then you just move on with your day.
Yep.
Seriously, I mean, we're so overwhelmed.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
You initially see something, go, oh my gosh, that is wild. What's next?
And then
something
84
else,
new wild things hit you during
and
the course
by
of the day.
End of the day,
you forgot about the first wild thing.
You forgot it.
Yep.
End of the day, you're pissed at Duquesne.
And I am. Actually, not pissed at Duquesne. I'm pissed at the team they played because that didn't go well. That didn't go well. Well, good luck with your bracket and your weekend. We got overtime coming up today, and then we'll see you back here bright and early Monday.
God save the Queen, man.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.